welcome back to my channel. This video is gonna be all about my foundations, and then towards the end of the video we'll do BB creams and like foundation mixers, darkening drops, lightening drops, that kind of stuff. If you're interested, please keep on watching, and if you do like these collection videos, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe because I have a whole lot of videos coming up, collection videos, so keep on the lookout for those and you don't want to miss them, right? Let's get started. I am gonna go ahead and get started with the two foundations that I just like maybe 10 minutes ago decided that they're gonna be decluttered. If you watch my Shop My Stash videos, you would know that these two, I decided that it's time for them to go. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. This guy is a little bit too yellow for me, and it is beyond matte. Like no matter what I do, it just is super matte, looks really powdery, cakey on my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this guy. And then the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. This guy oxidized on me a lot. It was already kind of like on the darker side. It's in the shade Natural Beige 60, so it was kind of on the darker side to begin with, a little bit pinkish, and it oxidized really badly. So this guy's got to go. Both of these are leaving my collection, but I wanted to talk about them today. I don't plan on doing a lot of declutters. It's just they kind of come up as I am doing these collection videos. Let's go ahead and get going with the foundations that are staying. ColourPop No Filter Foundation. I haven't made up my mind about this guy if I like it or not. For now, it is gonna stay in my collection. Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Foundation. I've used this guy 2 or 3 times already. I do really like it. It's been, yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's kind of dewy. I wouldn't recommend this for a long time, like a long day wear. It's good for a few hours if you have oily skin, because towards the end of the day this started breaking on me, but for a few hours it looked very natural, very dewy, beautiful on the skin, very easy to apply too. Probably my favorite foundation, or one of my very favorite foundations in my collection, is the MAC Studio Face and Body. This is very lightweight, it is light coverage, it looks absolutely stunning on the face. Yeah, this is one that I would recommend, no doubt. And I have the shade C2. It matches me in the winter time, but in the summertime it's a little bit light. Kiko Milano, the Smart Hydrating Foundation. This is another foundation that looks kind of dewy on the skin. It is really beautiful. I have it in the shade Warm Rose, so it's a little bit pink. Actually, it's kind of like a neutral shade, so it looks good on me. I kind of can go between neutral and warm tone, so this looks really good, and it looks really like, well, hydrated, so very dewy on the skin. I would recommend this guy. I don't know if Kiko Milano still sell these, but I would recommend this one. I guess since we're doing dewy, let's go through the ones that I would think are kind of like dewy on the skin. 2 foundations, and these are the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I have the shade MN3 and LW2. MN3 was a little bit dark, a little bit pink, so I picked up the LW2 to mix it with it. My favorite foundation at the moment, alongside the MAC one. Looks very healthy on the skin. It looks a little bit natural, kind of dewy, but not like oily or anything like that. Not overly dewy that you look greasy. It looks absolutely stunning on the skin. I had to pick up a lighter shade because I wanted to use it in the winter time, not just in the summer. So yeah, those are now maybe excessive, but I really like them. Okay, more dewy foundations, or let's say natural finish foundations. Smashbox Studio Skin 15 Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. I have the shade 2.16 and 2.18. Which one is light warm golden and the other is light medium neutral. Like I said, I go between the neutral and the warm. I absolutely love both of these foundations. They look so good on the skin, very natural, not overly drying. They look stunning on the skin, and I would recommend these two for sure. Okay, let's talk about the stick foundations. The only stick foundation that I have, this is the Revolution fast-paced stick foundation. I have it in F7. Again, this looks natural on the skin. It does break down after a few hours. Like if you wear it for more than 6 hours, it does break down, but it looks very natural on the skin. Highly like it, would recommend it. Really easy to apply. I guess next would be the Ordinary. This is the serum foundation and this is the coverage foundation. This is 1.2 yellow gold and 2.0 neutral. They kind of have very similar finish on the skin. It's the natural finish, not super matte. I do use the 1.2 yellow gold as a mixer if I feel like a foundation that I have needs to be just like turned a little bit warm, a little bit yellow. So I have been using it as a mixer. I don't wear it by itself because it looks too yellow on me. And the coverage foundation, honestly, it's been a long time since I used it, so I don't remember what I think about it. Probably should pull it into my stash, see if I really like it. And then if I don't, to just go ahead and pass it on. Maybelline Dewy and Smooth. I really like this guy. I have it in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. This matches me pretty well in the winter. In the summertime, it's a little bit lighter. I do use a mixer with it in the summertime, but I really like it. It is, I actually really like it mixed with the matte and poreless. Those together look absolutely stunning together. This one is a little bit on the pink side. This is a little bit on the yellow side for me. So mixed together, they look really beautiful. And I have the matte one in the shade 118 light beige. Mixed together, they kind of give me a natural finish, not overly dewy, not overly matte. I do like that. I definitely go, I prefer the natural, like maybe a little bit to the dewy. I like that finish. Alright, another natural finish foundation would be the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and I have the shade Soft Beige. Last time I used this guy, I felt like it was super light on me. I definitely needed to bronze up. So I do like this foundation overall. It's not on like the top of my list foundation. I do like it. It's definitely light to medium coverage and, or sorry, medium coverage, not light coverage. It's definitely a medium coverage. I have no complaints about it, but it's not my favorite. One foundation that I really enjoyed the last time I tried was the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup, the Healthy Glow Foundation. This guy looked really nice, but it's super fragrant. So if you have sensitive skin, watch out for that. The shade that I have is Fresh Honey. It was good for me. They don't have a lot of shades in their line. So if you can find a shade that works for you, I would recommend it. And I feel like this is very close to the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. They're not, so they have that same coverage basically. I think maybe the Clinique one maybe a little bit more matte, but I found that they were very similar. Like my skin looked very similar. I got the same like wear time from both of them, so I would recommend the Essence for sure if you don't have very sensitive skin and you're not bothered by fragrance. The Essence is a good one. Clinique Beyond Perfecting, I absolutely love this foundation. It's currently in a project pan and I'm dragging my feet. I don't want to pan it because I absolutely love this foundation. It looks gorgeous on. It's if you're doing any sort of photos and you need like a very like nice natural finish to the skin, I highly recommend this product. And I do have it in the shade 6.5 Buttermilk. It's a little bit pink on me, but I can make it work. I really like it. Okay, we kind of got all over the place. I don't remember what was the natural finish and what was the matte finish. Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear, and I have the shade 210 Buff Neutral. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this guy. It is too light for me, and on all honesty, it is not my favorite foundation. I know a lot of people rave about it and love it. Not so much for me, but I do use it as a mixer foundation. Like for example, I like to mix it with the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. This guy is a little bit dark on me. This guy is very light on me. So together they can, like, I can get very nice like color match and coverage with both of them. I prefer the Too Faced Peach Perfect like a million times over the Lancome one. It's one of my absolute favorite foundations, but again, like if I feel like the Too Faced one is too dark for me, I like to put a little bit of the Lancome one with it to just, you know, lighten it up a little bit. It is a good mixer foundation. I know it's crazy to spend like close to $50 for a mixer foundation, but I'd already bought it. I don't want to return it, so I'm trying to use it and get my money's worth. Too Faced, I love this guy as well. One of my absolute favorite foundations if I want like a medium to full coverage. If I want a foundation that doesn't rub off, it does not transfer, like if I touch my face or anything like that, it doesn't transfer. I absolutely love it, and it's in a panning project and I kind of dragging my feet as well. Okay, CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. This is a comfort matte. This guy was definitely a comfort matte. It was nothing like the NYX one. I preferred this guy a million times more than the NYX one. It is matte though, so I do use a lot of dewy setting mist with it. I have the shade M10. I found that it was kind of nice shade match for me, but it's not my absolute favorite from the drugstore. I have others that I would recommend, but this guy was pretty nice. I did enjoy it. Rimmel Lasting Finished Breathable Longwear Foundation. And this guy got a lot of heat. A lot of people hated it when it came out. I personally really enjoyed it. I used it with the breathable primer and I set it with the Rimmel Stay Matte Loose Powder. I found that it looks absolutely stunning on my skin. I have the shade Soft Beige, which is a pretty good shade match for me. I would recommend this guy, but again, it is dewy. It's not like a lasting finish. Definitely not 25-hour wear without setting it like heavily with a powder, but it does look really beautiful on the skin. e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I had to buy like 3 or 4 of these to finally find the like the shade that matches me, and this guy is pretty close. I absolutely love the finish of this foundation. That's why I kind of kept trying to find the shade that matches me. It's a beautiful foundation. I would recommend it. It's a little bit like more to medium to full coverage. It's definitely not a light coverage. You can definitely build this guy up. It is fragrance though, so keep that in mind. L'Oreal True Match, like this is the OG L'Oreal foundation. This is in the shade W2 Light Ivory. Honestly, I should have picked up the W3. That's the better shade match for me. But I have been using this guy sometimes as a mixer. It's been a long time since I used it by itself. I must have gone through so many of these when I was like a teenager and first getting into makeup. I gone through so many of those guys. They have expanded their shade range, which is really great. I don't know what I was thinking last time I picked it up. I should have gone the W3, not the W2. I would really recommend this guy. It is definitely a natural look, light, medium coverage. I don't think that you can, it's not like you can't build it up to a full coverage. It has a little bit of like a serum-y, maybe not serum-y like the ordinary one, but it is, you know, liquidy. That's what I'm trying to say. JOAH Truly Yours Natural Finish Foundation Drops. This is new to my collection. I haven't used it yet. I did pick up the shade Nude Beige, and I heard that this oxidized, so we'll see. LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition HD High Definition Foundation. I picked up the shade Natural. I kept hearing that this guy was a dupe for the Makeup Forever HD foundation. I used to love that one back when it used to be whatever it was, just HD, not Ultra HD, something like that. Before they changed it, it used to be my holy grail. That and the L'Oreal one. I gone through so many of it. I picked this guy up recently. I still haven't used it, so I don't know how I'm gonna, like, what do I feel about it. Hard Candy Glamouflage Full Coverage Foundation, and this is in the shade Olive 1508. I picked up one of these, the lighter one of these, and it was way too light. So Olive usually is very dark for me. So we'll see how this is gonna look. It is very full coverage. So far, so good. I think I've used it only one time. When I first picked it up, I actually used the other shade that I picked up. So I don't know what the olive is gonna look like on me. I had to return that one and picked up this guy because that was way too light for me. The lighting in the stores at Walmart is definitely not natural lighting. Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation, and this is in the shade 128 Warm Nude. I haven't used it. I don't know what I think about it. Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I just pulled this guy into my stash. I haven't had a chance to use it, test it out yet, and this is in the shade Sand Beige. I got a lot of comments saying that this guy is amazing. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Fenty foundation, so I haven't tried the Fenty. We'll see how this guy is. And CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I finally picked this guy up. Again, this guy is a holy grail for a lot of people, and I picked up the shade Warm Beige. We'll see how this is gonna look. I have MAC Studio Sculpt Foundation. This guy is a pain to work with. It is so peculiar. You need the littlest, tiniest bit of this guy, and then you need to blend and blend and blend. I don't know how I feel about it. It's been a long time since I used it. I'm gonna have to give it a shot again, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna have to MAC it. I do have one more foundation. Let me go ahead and grab that. I just remembered. Okay, and the last full-size foundation that I have is by Flower Beauty, and it's the Light Illusion, the Luminous Makeup Foundation, and this is in the shade Warm Beige. Did not see that. I haven't tried this guy, but I kept hearing a lot of reviews about it. A lot of people really liked it, so I went ahead and picked it up. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into my BB creams and like the mixers. One BB cream that I absolutely love, but I think it's time to declutter it. Last time I used it, it really broke me out, is the Too Faced Tinted Beauty Balm. This guy is so old, they don't even sell this guy anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. I held on to it for way too long because I absolutely love how my skin looks with it. I heard or I read a lot of people say that the Misha BB cream is very similar to this guy. I haven't been able to find the Misha one. I found it on Yes Style website, but I haven't ordered it because I don't have $35 worth of product to get free shipping. So I'm still holding off on that. I'm gonna declutter this one. CoverGirl CG Smoothers BB Cream. This guy is very, very beautiful on the skin. Does not have a lot of coverage. Nothing like the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Illumination. This is kind of like a foundation status with the feel of a CC cream. This is very, very light coverage. I do like it though. In days with no makeup, I reach for this guy a lot. MAC Prep and Prime BB Cream. I've used it a couple times. I don't know, one day I really liked it. The other day I felt like I just could not really blend it into my skin. Could have been the moisturizer that I'm using, but yeah. So that's it for BB creams. Let's go ahead and talk about the mixers. I have the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer, and this is in Opalescent. It kind of gives that like duochromy pearly look to the foundation, to the skin. Really beautiful. e.l.f. Mix to Match Adjuster, and this is e.l.f., you fail me, warm, I think, and this one is yellow. And the last one is called a foundation, but I actually use it kind of as a mixer. And this is the MAC Hyper Real Foundation. I have the shade Bronze FX. It's very, very glowy. Definitely not a foundation by itself unless you want to look like a Tin Man. But it is a beautiful mixer if you want a little bit of warmth, a lot of glowiness to a foundation. I would recommend this guy. There you guys have it. Those are all of my foundations. I did not include any foundation samples that would be like this guy. I did not include any of those. And I did not include any foundations like, you know, the ones that you would go into, let's say, MAC and request for 2 or 3 time use. I did not include anything like that. These are just the full-size foundations that I have, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like collection videos and want to see more of those. And I will talk to you later. Bye.